Big Chicken Morning Show with Jasmine McBee on the People Station, V103 ATL's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Jessie!
Yes, BT.
The wonderfully and beautifully talented Joy Taylor is our guest this morning. Hey, ladies!
Hi.
How you
Thank
been?
you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on through. I mean,
course.
try to keep it too personal and things like that.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Too personal.
Thank you.
For people who have not yet seen this podcast or have not yet gained the experience, tell them what it's all about.
Too Personal is a real conversations. We don't really have a plan for the interview. It kind of just goes where it goes. I've really been lucky to be able to have a lot of friends on, so I kind of know a little bit about them before, but I really am just a conversationalist. I like to talk to people. I like to meet people where they are, and you know, there's so much going on in the world right now, and I feel like people are really looking for authentic conversations. And when we talk about podcasts and sitting with people, getting to the root of like what you really care about and what you really feel is what I try to do. So it's too personal. Try to talk about things that maybe we might not always want to talk about.
Right.
might get us in a little trouble,
Right.
but you know, that's what everyone's looking for. Everyone's looking for connection and conversation, and that's what I love to do.
Yeah. Now, one thing I did love is you had Taylor Rooks on the show.
So Taylor and I launched the show.
Launched the show,
Yes.
right? And so she's not a part of that anymore.
That was season 1. Taylor, as we know, we love Taylor,
I know.
Georgia girly. Taylor is doing a lot of big things. She's with Amazon. She's doing NFL. She's doing NBA. So you know, there's only 24 hours in a day. So yeah, so she's not doing season 2, but Taylor and I launched it together last year for season 1.
Will she come back as like a guest or something?
I'm definitely going to have Taylor on in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and put her in the other side of the seat because you know she's the best interviewer in the game.
But I
So
love
yeah,
that
let's get on
together.
the other side. Yes.
Okay.
Is there a particular lane or topic that you really like talking about on Too Personal? Like you said, you talk about things that we don't necessarily talk about.
You know, I do love to talk about politics and things that are happening in the world. I like to get people's point of view on relationships.
Okay.
I know that we are, as a community, tired of talking about
Some of us ain't tired of talking about it.
I'm really not tired of talking about it because again, dating and relationships is a thing, right?
Well,
Like-
the thing about relationships is it affects everybody.
Literally everyone.
It's something that everyone deals with. So even though we get tired of well, I wouldn't do this, or I'm not going out with a man that does this, or I'm not dating a woman that does this, it always generates conversation because everyone has an opinion on relationships, whether you've been a part of a relationship like that, everyone has experiences with it. So, and I think it's something that people like to talk about because we like to share our experiences with it and our point of view.
Yeah. Now speaking of which, right, girl, you gotta tell me about dating these younger men. the reason why I say that because a lot of people think it's just so like it's just this thing that we just came up with, like dating younger men. Because I know you once said you would date like a guy 25.
Listen, okay, here's why I said this. Paul asked me on Truth After Dark, shout out Truth After Dark, what my dating age range was. And I said I would not go younger than 25. Now, to be clear, I date men my age. I'm 38, and I do not date younger men most of the time. And I prefer men my age or older. But he just asked what my dating range was. Now, that being said, okay.
I know where you're going with this because I got questions.
That being said, I'm an auntie. I'm gonna have another one. I'm gonna have number 14 this week. My niece is due with my grand
14?
nephew. Yes,
Wow.
14 what?
nieces and nephews.
Wow.
But I'm saying I can relate. I have 17 nieces and nephews.
Yeah, we're
I'm an
aunties.
auntie.
Yeah.
So that's why I was genuinely asking the question because our girls in our 30s,
They don't care.
But these younger men, they're more aggressive, right? They own aunties,
They on aunties.
and sometimes they can treat you a little bit better than some of these older guys. However, we don't step into that range sometimes because we're like, oh, you know, they're too young. Why are you looking like that?
I'm intrigued.
Anyway,
Well, I think the dynamic of it is interesting to people because
Right.
generally you see men dating younger women.
yes.
And men around our age or of a certain age dating younger women. And I don't speak for men, but what I have heard is that younger women, you know, they have less trauma, they're more fun, they got more energy, all these things, like whatever reason.
Yes, yes, and
And they
yes.
don't require much. some
Cool,
of them.
and that's fine. I was younger once. I'm still
You
pretty,
ain't old,
I'm
knock it
still
off.
pretty young now, but I was younger
Yeah.
once.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I need my naps. You know what I mean?
Right.
I gotta be in bed at a certain time.
That part.
You know what I mean? I'm drinking mostly wine these days. Like, I feel you. You want to be out doing all this. I love that for you.
Mhm.
I mean, you know what I mean? Do whatever it is you want to do.
Okay.
But it is a thing now, I believe, that younger men seem to be more interested in older women.
Yeah.
Not as a whole. Nothing is everything and all
Right.
before everyone starts flipping out.
Right.
But it's,
I'm telling I'm telling you, when I tell
and
you
they're
they
not
go
just
into-
trying to hang out.
No, they're trying to really be in serious relationships.
Yes,
Like, oh, I can
correct.
treat you. I'm telling you, it is a
Yes,
thing. I
yes,
think
big
women
deal.
are just now talking about it because other celebrities are now talking about, like Tracy Ellis Ross. She said that, and she got flack for that. But I'm like, listen, if men can do it, why women can't?
No one ever said that, and as a former young man, that's never not been a thing.
Well, okay, but then people weren't talking about it.
Yeah, okay.
And
I just want
were
you to
you
know.
just interested in older women, or were you trying to like date and marry older women?
Right.
Myself, I don't think I was trying to date and marry.
Yeah,
I
see, that's the difference.
I think there was an experience, there was an allure to the experience. There's definitely, like, women of a certain age and stature will do things that the younger women wouldn't do. Like, I remember having dinner ready for me when I arrived. I remember my bathwater being run after. I remember being towel dried. And then I remember...
Oh, Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Young girl ain't doing
Did
that.
you just say towel dry?
Towel dry.
doing that either.
I'm just saying, but
I am not child drying, no man. You a child? I'm just patting your butt dry.
I've heard.
I never forgot it.
And you did
I
it.
never forgot it.
Pat dry. I'm gonna
So-
pat you dry.
Man, ooh-wee. Anyway, so it's never not been a
Okay,
thing.
I want to just let me make this announcement, please.
You're not doing that?
We're not towel drying.
I think
Nobody.
You have to
but
dry
wait,
your
you
own
still
body.
you still at an age younger than what I was talking about.
Okay.
But okay. So
Please don't start this propaganda. I want to date older women so they pat me dry.
Okay, you have your own reasons, people. You do what makes your household happy. Joy Taylor's our guest this morning with the Big Ticket Morning Show on V103. You also said something I found amazing. Something about men who don't get sex.
Incels.
You said, clarify what you said about these men who do not get sex. Like, the world would be better if...
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot to unpack there. So an incel, if you don't know what an incel is, an involuntary celibate. I did not create this name. It's a known term for mostly people who just don't go outside. Not people, men who don't go outside, don't interact with women. They're on the internet all day long. Probably OnlyFans subscribers. They dabble in this like very toxic spaces in the internet.
Okay.
And are generally pretty hateful towards women, and it's led into this loneliness epidemic that we're constantly talking about with men. And there's a lot of societal factors for that. I really believe that there is a lack of intimacy on a
Okay.
lot of different levels, not just physical, that men are lacking. And I'm just going to speak to men because this is what we're talking about right now. There's things to talk about with women later. And we'll
On the
have
Two
multiple
Personal
conversations.
Podcast.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
Okay.
We're just talking about men right now. But what I was talking about, I believe, was in the Van Lathan episode.
Okay.
I just think that, these men spend so much time on the internet, like, go out, talk to women, date. And if you can't do that, like, maybe you just need to go, spend the money that you're spending on OnlyFans on a real person. Wow.
I mean, but to be honest, like she does have a point. Like I'm just saying.
You may not have this problem,
but women.
But there are a lot of men out there that do, and they become very angry and they become very violent in some cases.
Ooh, say
Like
that.
I'm going to talk about it on this week's episode, but there are men who are creating AI bots to sext with and then abuse.
Oh wow.
Wait a minute. So what now?
Yes.
I heard they're creating like these bots,
Mhm.
but I didn't hear that they're creating them to abuse.
Yes. So like verbally abuse and threaten, and they program them to react like scared to what it is they're saying.
I really think that's something like deeper.
That's absolutely.
Yeah, that's like.
Absolutely.
But that's what it leads to. Like all of this, we have all these different connections, right? We have so many different ways to communicate.
Right.
We have a million different chat spaces and DMs and apps, and there's so many different ways we can reach each other, but we're not actually physically with each other anymore. When we used to go out, there were no phones, there were no cameras, you had to walk up, you had to get denied
Yes.
to your face, or, you know, have the best night of your life. But either way, you woke up the next morning and did what you had to do, and you took it on the chin. Everybody did. And I don't want to be that like old person that's like, it was better back in the day, but it was better back in the day. And we haven't found a way to adjust to all this new technology yet. And eventually we will, because all things change and evolve. But in this moment that we're in right now, where there's so much communication, but not connectivity.
Right.
There's so much information, but not intellectual stimulation and digestion.
Right.
There's so much conversation, but not compromise. It's really hard for people to find connection. And unless you come from a time or still value a time where you go outside and touch grass and interact with human beings
Right.
and have friends and spend time with other people and don't have to always be looking for an artificial connection, which I understand is a big ask for people. People are busy, it's expensive to go outside. You go outside, $70. I already spent money today.
Right. You spent
I woke
$70
up,
on
came here, I already spent money. So I understand it, but it does lead to this real sorrowful loneliness. And I'm not making excuses for these people that then go into these dark spaces, but I do see how it
But
starts.
at least seclusion, for sure. Even
sure.
if they're not lonely, there's still some seclusion. Listen, all of these wonderful things is what's happening on the Two Personal Podcast. This is what she talks about with people. We want you to go check it out everywhere you can. Joy Taylor's our guest. We're coming back with more of her, the Big Ticket Morning Show with Jazzy McBee, right after this on B103. Big Ticket Morning Show with Jazzy McBee on the People Station, B103, ATL's #1 Fed Pop, R&B, and Throwbacks. Jazzy!
Yes.
Joy Taylor is here. Now, Joy, I ain't know if you were gonna show up today.
Oh, I don't suck any smoke.
I know that's right.
Clearly, there's some headlines running around with your name attached to it.
Of course.
Apparently, you won't be working where you was working before,
Now, I will not.
and a bunch of black people won't be working where you was working before.
They will not.
How did you receive that news? And was it a shock?
You know, I wasn't completely surprised. Obviously, it's disappointing anytime something ends. I had a really pretty amazing run at Fox. Was there for 9 years. Being at a network for any amount of time these days is a feat. But you know, I spent most of my 30s in Los Angeles at Fox and went through some highs and some pretty interesting lows. But you know, I'm grateful to be able to have worked with the people that I worked with, the talent that I worked with. I'm really grateful to the crew and the staff that worked every day behind the scenes. You know, we know being in this business, we're obviously front facing, but there's so many people that do so much work to make sure that the show goes and that, you know, we look good and we sound good and everyone can enjoy a good product. And
Right.
those people don't get mentioned when these things happen. But, you know, there's a lot of people that will be looking for jobs now. So, you know, my heart and spirit is with them as well. But, you know, everything comes to an end. Like, shows get canceled in this business. Obviously, my name is the headline and, you know, my picture is more clickable.
Right.
So
More
it's
clickable?
gonna be there. But as you mentioned, you know, 3 shows were canceled.
Right.
Which is, you know, it's always disappointing when those things happen, but this is part of the business. It's what we sign up for being in this business. So I'm excited for what's next.
How much of this, in your opinion, is related to the allegations and lawsuits that came out earlier?
0%.
This has nothing to do with
It has
that.
nothing to do with it.
Okay, so they just.
It's not my opinion. It actually has nothing to do with
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what besides Too Personal is next for you then?
Well, we'll have some other headlines coming out very soon. Can't talk about it yet.
Okay.
But yeah, the future is bright. I've been in this business for almost 20 years now.
Oh wow.
You know, so back in 2007 in Miami, I started in radio.
Right.
So this is my first true love in the business. There's some things happening, but obviously right now I'm focused on Too Personal, and you know the football season is kicking up, and we'll have some things
I
happening.
love football.
I know.
She's learning about football.
I'm so learning about. So okay. So El
You
Durkin.
can get football.
You
Shout out Elle Duncan. That's my
She
girl.
gave me some great advice. You know,
Okay.
Hill, she gave me some good advice too. So what advice can you give me about football, especially?
About learning football.
Oh, hush.
Coming to appreciate football.
Whatever. I appreciate football. I just need,
She just like
shut
going
up.
to the game.
But I like the game, but they
Absolutely.
told me like follow the story of some different players and then you'll kind of eventually learn about the game. So I've been doing that. I did that last season. And so when they have these conversations, he and I are the producer, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what this is and I know what that is, but they still challenge me a lot.
Yeah,
So I'm trying
please
to
give us some.
I will say this: finding a player or a team, obviously,
Yeah.
that you have an interest in, finding an emotional connection to them. There's so many different stories. Like, we are storytellers, right?
Right.
That's what we really do for a living. And anyone that gets into anything, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whether it's movies, we get connected to the people and the stories.
Right.
And that's why we become fans. Like, the talent obviously is what keeps us engaged, but what makes you follow a player throughout his or her career is their story and their ups and downs and the triumphs and knowing how hard they worked or they overcame things. So finding a player or a team to get attached to is the first part.
Okay.
But also, like, not for nothing, sports are not complicated. Like,
I heard.
they're not.
I heard.
They're not. They're like, it's put the ball in the hoop, the more points wins. Like, there are a bunch of rules and nuances and stuff, and as you watch, you learn them, and they change them every year. So one year you're like, wait a minute, when did they start doing that? Like, even if you're an expert, like, believe me, these referees are in school learning all this. So don't be hard on yourself. I think when it comes to sports, if you didn't grow up in it or you weren't a fan as a young kid,
Right.
it feels intimidating. But you learn by absorbing it and being around it and engaging in it. And honestly, like, most people are more casual fans than even they think.
Right.
Because people have kids and jobs and spouses and bills to pay and things to do, and the world is ending and there's traffic and, like, there's no way to keep up with everything that's going
Right.
on. So if you hear about a player or a rule or a thing that happened, don't feel like, oh, I didn't know that. It's how it goes. Like, it's gonna be okay. Don't feel intimidated. Like, I get this question from women sometimes, and I'm like, listen, the amount of times I've been in a sports bar and someone's been ranting to me, and I'm like, that player don't even play for us. but I'm not gonna hurt their feelings. I love that they're excited.
Right.
But that's what it is. Like,
Okay.
sports is not meant to control your whole life. Like,
Exactly.
you don't know everything that Beyonce's ever done in her
Right.
career, even
Yeah,
if you
she
are a
might.
secret. Well, okay.
I don't know everything. I don't.
You don't. And it doesn't make you any less of a fan
Right.
because you don't. So don't be intimidated.
So they tell us, I guess it's one. Good advice. Good advice. I like it. I like
Thank
it.
you.
All right, favorite sport.
Favorite sports, football.
Favorite football team.
Okay,
Pressure.
well,
Pressure.
all right. So I was born, I always make this answer complicated. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So it is a cult. You
That
must
is a
be a
fact.
Steelers fan.
Okay.
This year's a little complicated for me, but I'm torn. There's a lot going on in Pittsburgh, right? Like, people are
That's-
starting to argue about Mike Tomlin. I don't like it. We got this temporary situation with Aaron Rodgers. We'll see. Dolphins, obviously, I've followed my entire life. Dan Marino is a Pittsburgh guy. My brother played there for a long time, and so I love the Dolphins, but they get on my nerves every single year. However, this year, okay,
You can't have a third.
She has
allowed to
13,
change.
and they're all
She's allowed
dancing.
to change.
No, this was legitimate though. My nephew Mason Taylor
Okay.
was drafted by the New York Jets in the second round this
Okay, I
year.
will allow it.
Nice.
I
Tight
will allow
end.
it.
And so I will be rooting heavily for the Jets, and I will
Nice.
hear nothing of it. That is my blood. That is my child.
Mhm.
Okay, so we are Jets fans now as well. Which, as you know, Jason, his father, spent a year with the Jets.
No doubt.
In my opinion, it was the best year of his career because they went to the AFC Championship game. It's actually the last year that they went to the playoffs. So it's exciting. It's also very scary to have family back in the league. I'm like, I got a little break from this, and I can handle the saucies on the internet, little sassy people, but
That's your heart.
right. Be respectful. Be respectful.
Put some respect on that.
Yes.
sure.
Joy, very good to see you.
It's so good to see
I
you
wish
guys.
you
Thank you
well.
for having me.
To tell them more about when the episodes in season 2 is coming out with Too Personal.
Yes, season 2 has started. We had Kev on stage this past week. It was a very, very funny conversation.
Okay.
Loved having him on. We have Guap Dad 4000 this week on Too Personal. You can go and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us at Too Personal Show. You can follow me at Joy Taylor Talks. And I really appreciate you guys having me.
Appreciate you coming. Always good to see you.
You too.
For sure.
Shout out to your brother. That's my boy. What up, Jason?
Shout out, Jason.
Big Tick doing big things. I don't go too far. We got more with Big Tick Morning Show and Jasmine B right after this on B103.